He is. He's making his own. He's making a bunch of Jokers. And that's not what we need. We don't need a bunch of Jokers running around.
We don't need a bunch of either bringing Jokers over by the boatload.
Dude, you have an excellent Trump. That's so funny.
That's how I made my bones.
Shooting your talk show hosts.
Really? We looked at the amount of Jokers. There's more under Joe Biden. More Jokers, Riddlers, and Penguins have come over the border. The Penguin show, by the way, it's Sopranos plus Batman. You can't.
I've heard
lose.
that. I've heard that his acting is tremendous. It's Colin Farrell. So the most recent Batman movie, I think it was called The Batman. Robert Pattinson plays Batman in like his second year of Batmaning ever. So he's kind of amateurish, and it's very grounded, and it's good. I think it's my second favorite Batman behind the Heath Ledger Joker Batman. But Colin Farrell plays the Penguin in that movie, and now they have made a TV show about the Colin Farrell Penguin character in Gotham running his crime empire. And apparently it's very, very good. The ratings are super strong.
Yeah, it's good. And I don't like Colin Farrell. For some reason, he's a guy that like his face takes me out of literally everything.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jason Schwartzman, unfortunately. I'm like, you're acting. I get it. But he totally disappears in this role. And I like that it's basically Sopranos all over again. We get to experience a more campy. Actually, I think Sopranos was campier than this, to be honest. In many ways, but I like what they did with it. And I also, unpopular opinion, just got to squeeze that. I like the new Joker movie. So comment below. That's going to get you a lot of comments.
The musical one?
Yes, I liked it.
I just don't like musicals, so I don't think I'm going to get. I heard that like the Joker gets in it.
That's
in
true.
Prison.
Yes. My favorite scene.
No, dude. I like musicals and rape scenes. This might be my jam.
This is the movie for you.
I rarely get both in the same film, and here we are.
Who does it to Arthur Fleck?
Well,
Sweeney Todd, Woody. You get both.
Sweeney Todd, bless him.
Sweeney Todd?
It's in musicals. It's classic.
I'll have to check it out.
The Demon Barbara Fleet.
Is it like a gang thing that the Joker gets, or is it just someone's like sick of his shit in there?
I'm sick of shit. I'm going to grape you. Yeah. YouTube term. Well, I don't want to spoil it. I guess this will be a spoiler section, but it's a group of correctional officers that do it.
Really?
But they don't show it.
Oh,
he's just like, is he even more twisted afterwards?
They didn't have the commitment that Memento did.
The first Joker movie was a massive success. It's the second highest grossing R-rated movie of all time. I think it was a massive success. Then a lot of people didn't see it coming, and we all appreciated Joaquin's performance and the grittiness and the weirdness of it all. And it even has a bit of a twist ending that I still wouldn't spoil because I respect that movie so much. There's a twist there at the end that you might not see coming, but the second one has such dog shit reviews. And everything I've seen from the director, like talking about it, I saw Lady Gaga's like embarrassed. They thought this was going to be a grand slam. They thought this was like you couldn't miss type thing, and it's going down as one. How insulated
would you have to be from like criticism to think that like Joker 1 was a hit, the second one will make it a musical? And it'll be an even bigger.
It's not the musical part that people don't like. People don't like the musical part, but it's the storyline and the direction that it's taken with the Joker character. I think it's feeling like a slap in the face to the people who enjoyed the first one and the idea that Joaquin Phoenix is insane and becoming the Joker, because that's not what they're going to do.
But there's in a lot of ways, and this is real spoiler talk, but he gives up being the Joker. It's like a kind of, I don't know, part of him that gets expressed when he wants to like feel empowered or something like that. But it goes back to the idea that the Joker's an idea or something like that. But also the fact that you couldn't really ever see him, even in the first movie. I'm like, this is kind of a stretch from like him as a dude being like first of all, he'd be really old when Batman grows up and becomes Batman. And then also it's like, I can't picture him coming up with like a cohesive plan or being much of a mastermind threat guy. And so it's weird that he sort of like beats needing to use the Joker as a vessel to cope. And
we'll see, like please continue. I'm sorry.
I don't want to spoil it. Are you going to watch it?
I'm not going to watch it, but I was just like an idea off the top of my head. Like,
go ahead.
Achieve that, because in the first movie, he is this sort of bonkers, just anarchist. And I like that version of the Joker. But there's also this side of the Joker where he's this master tactician who has planned these incredible revenges that he enacts upon people by. I'm pretty sure he impregnates a girl one time with like her brother's semen or something.
Huh.
Like I think I think in the comics he kidnaps Commissioner Gordon's niece then like impregnates her with the sperm of her brother and then tells Commissioner Gordon he did it. And then there's another one where he just straight up rapes her. And then there's one where he beats Robin to death with a pipe. And then as Batman discovers him, the whole building blows up. Like he's awful and he's doing crazy stuff like that. But I guess the way to do it would be to have this separate group who idealizes the Joker, and they've set up the whole master plan. And when he gets out, they're like, "Hey, boss, look what we did for you." And he's like, "You think that's what I'm about?" And he takes their master plan and like perverts it even more, and but then like makes it roll forward. Like
so that's very much not Arthur Fleck too, which is interesting. I'll say one last thing about it before I throw it over to Matty over here. I got to set up for the next for the live show with Gavin here, but so it's interesting because it's like the Joker does horrific things. In Arthur, you've always seen kind of like remorse or like anybody. The only people that he really ever hurts are people that wronged him or he thinks is a bully or deserves it. So he's almost like a vigilante. And I don't know about the whole theory that not Judd Apatow, the guy that directed it, whatever his name is, Guy Dude. So Guy Dude sabotaged it because the wrong people were liking it and he was like an incel hero. I don't see that because I think Arthur always was pretty like, so you're rooting for him, but in reality, you shouldn't be rooting for who the Joker actually is supposed to be, which is like unbridled chaos and evil, which is, I know they're trying to do that with like Wicked and Suicide Squad, where they're like, the bad guys are actually the good guys, but this sort of realigns that. And they're like, no, the guy that actually is going to be Joker is bad. Like you're not going to want to empathize with him, which is, I kind of like that. He kind of escaped the machinations that he had that made him Joker.
Yeah.
I like an evil Joker that you don't like. I like the story where Joker tricks Superman into killing Lois Lane. And like he uses some sort of fear toxin or something on him, and Superman thinks he's fighting Doomsday. He kills Lois Lane, and then
that was
like,
easy.
Doomsday's a bitch.
Yeah, he like flies. He like
disguising yourself as my girlfriend, will you?
He like flies Lois Lane up into space and suffocates her, and then realizes what he's done.
A fucking retard. How often does he get got by stuff like that? I've never watched it, but it seems like they have to just make him a bit of a dullard or gullible to make it up for the fact that like
he's susceptible to magic.
He's just
now there's like dozens of characters that can take Superman on and beat him, and that he has to get buddies to help with. They're just not part of the movies that Hollywood wants to make. They want to make the same three villains over and over.